Welcome back to my channel. On today, guys, I will show you how to make a fabulous green peas with rice. As you can see, I have some dry green peas. You can go ahead and boil it and wait till they get nice and tender and make your rice. But today I do not have that type of time. So I will be using green peas, the frozen one, guys. The frozen green peas. And my pot here, you can see I have some oil already. I do have a little bit much oil. This is not typically the amount of oil I use, but whatever. To our oil, we're going to go ahead and add some of my fabulous Epis. Okay, we're not going to make much rice today, so we're not going to put that much Epis in there. And by the way, I do use grapeseed oil. So you're going to stir your Epis and allow it to fry for a few seconds or so. I like to add my cloves directly into my food, guys. If you choose to, you can put it on a bell pepper or on a piece of onion. Like I always say, this is my food. I choose to drop it in there. Now, guys, I will add some of my minced garlic that I freeze. I always mince my garlic when I come from the store. This way saves me a lot of time when it's time to cook. All right, so I will also add some fresh tomatoes because I'm not going to use tomato paste for this dish. So I'm going to use fresh tomatoes, and that's going to give us a nice color to our rice. So we're going to allow that to cook just for a few minutes. And then we're going to add our green frozen peas. All right. And you can add as much or as little. I mean, everything I do on my channel is just to give you an idea on how I make it. So if you choose to use less, more, it's up to you. All right, guys. So now I'm just kind of stirring it around, and I'm going to go ahead and add my seasonings. I use this chicken non-MSG paste, guys. If you use Maggie, you can go ahead and do that. And to my pot, I will also add some black pepper. And I will also add my Adobo seasoning. And you can season this however you choose. Like I said, this is how I choose to season it. So if you want to use all-purpose seasoning, if you want to use Maggie and whatever it is, it's your choice. It's your food. All right. So now I'm going to add my coconut milk. And I showed you before, I came across this coconut powder. It comes in a little package. See, here's the package. So what I do is just put some of it in a cup and just a little bit of water. I do not follow the instructions on the back. I just do my own thing. I love the flavor. It tastes just like a fresh coconut. It's extremely fabulous in your rice. I mean, I usually use coconut cream, but once I taste that, if I don't have coconut cream, I usually buy that as a backup. All right, so we're going to add our fresh parsley and our fresh thyme, and we're going to cover this and allow it to cook. All right, for about at least, I would say 5 minutes. But for the sake of time, guys, I am editing, so you're not going to see when it's cooking for 5 minutes straight. Of course not, you can't. So at this point, it has already been 5 minutes or just a little over, but you just want to keep an eye on it because you do not want all of your liquid to evaporate so it won't burn. So you want to go ahead and stir it. All right. So now our coconut is nice and cooked inside of our peas, and all those nice seasonings went into our peas, guys. It's going to be fabulous, fabulous, fabulous. So at this point, I want to go ahead and add some water. I am not measuring. I just wanted to use the same cup just for the sake of not having too much stuff to clean. And you add as much liquid or as little depending on the amount of rice you're making. Like I stated, I'm not making much rice today, so this is just right for me. But for those who do not know how to measure your rice, I'm going to go ahead and show you. So meanwhile, we're going to cover this, let it come to a boil, and then I'll come back and adjust our flavor just like that. All right, our rice had came to a boil, and I'm giving it a stir, and I'm going to taste it, guys. I'm not sticking the spoon in my mouth. I put it on the palm of my hand to taste it. It did need some salt, so I am adding some salt to it. And we're going to give it another stir so we can taste it one more time. And keep in mind, I am Serve Safe certified, and I am a culinary school graduate. So I am well aware of the safety rules. Okay, guys? All right, so we tasted. Everything was fine. So I am using a jasmine rice. So I did wash my rice off. And for those who don't know, this is what I want to show you. I'm adding my rice to the center of my pot. Okay. I'm adding the rice. And as you can see, the mountain is not high enough. So that's telling me I need a little bit more rice. So I went ahead and grabbed some. I'm washing it off. And I'm going to go ahead and put the remainder of the rice in the center of our pot. All right, here we go. And do you notice there's a nice mountain right there? Okay, so I have just a little bit more, but I do not want to let it go to waste. So I'm going to just add it to it. And that's perfect right there. So now what you want to do is give it a stir, making sure you break up the grains, but you do not want to over stir your rice because that's going to cause it to release the starches, and this is what's going to cause it to get too mushy. And also, this is another trick. You stick your wooden spoon in the center of your pot, and if it stands up straight, you're good to go. So we're going to allow the liquid to evaporate. Okay, and once it evaporates, see how I came back, and I'm going to scrape the bottom. Okay, making sure it's not stuck because we do not want our rice to burn. All right, so I'm going to let the liquid evaporate just a little bit more, and then I'll come back and put the lid on. So this way our rice could cook until done. Do you see that, guys? The liquid has already evaporated. Okay, so we're going to put the lid on. If you want, you can put your aluminum foil, plastic, whatever else you want, but my lid is tight enough. All right, so at this point, our rice is cooked. So I'm going to remove the Scotch bonnet, and you're going to take a spoon and you want to fluff up your rice like that, guys. Do you see how beautiful the rice is? It is smelling divine in here. Wow, very, very delicious. And here goes our final product. It is absolutely fabulous. Our rice is tasty, delicious. You do not even need a sauce to eat this. Do you see that? Until next time, please like, comment. Do not forget to subscribe. Bye-bye.